this century, America has become a nation on wheels. We ride on wheels to work, to shop, to play, to go about any place we want to go. We depend on wheels to bring us the food we eat, the clothes we wear, the things we use. But when we depend on wheels, we depend also on highways and roads and streets for the wheels to roll on. By 1956, there were more than 65 million cars on our roads, with 90 million forecast by 1975.
In 1956, President Dwight D. Eisenhower signed the Federal Highway Act, authorizing construction of a vast modern highway system. There was nearly $25 billion of funding available under the act, and New York got in on the deal, paving the way for Interstate 81.
They will take the over-the-road driver from city to city, coast to coast, at highway speeds, even through large population centers. The federal aid...
All your highways went through black neighborhoods. In other words, they moved the blacks right out. They went to the area of least resistance.
Many black and marginalized communities were redlined, like the one here in this map, denied mortgages under discriminatory lending practices. That meant developers stayed away, and during the interstate boom, many of those communities were torn down to make room for highways. The story wasn't much different in the 15th Ward.
We heard about the tearing up of all the houses around State Street, Adams Street, all the places where people we knew lived, just decimated.
Urban renewal also came into play in the 50s. Its goal, to revitalize the city and eliminate substandard housing. For the economic elite, it would bring growth to the city. For those in the 15th Ward, the construction of 81 and urban renewal programs brought decimation.
People were demonstrating so that the houses would not be torn down, but we didn't have the resources, the political knowledge, or the financial knowledge how to stop it.
For those who lived in the 15th Ward, it seemed the future had already been decided.
We used to sit around and talk about it. You know, my friends, why did they destroy our neighborhood and boom, this and that? You had no say. We had nobody, we had no representation. There were no blacks when I was a kid in office.
Churches and organizations like the NAACP and CORE, the Congress of Racial Equality, protested all the demolition work.
And we would picket kids, adults, teenagers, black and white. It was not, just all blacks or all whites. It was all of us being involved in our homes, basically, and the heart being ripped out of the 15th Ward, essentially. It felt like to me, it felt like, why do we have to picket to save houses we've already lived in? So it felt like somebody had ripped out a part of my soul.
Despite the protests, the demolition began.
All you can see is, they're coming in and these big trucks and whatever going in. It was heartbreaking because this was our home. This is where we grew up in, and to see someone come in to demolish it and it's gone.
They tore down Bethany. Yeah. When 81 and 690 make that curve, that's where Bethany used to be. St. Philip's was on Adams Street.
Right around the corner.
Elman Street, right around the corner, took that out.
We had lost everything that we had ever known. We had lost the camaraderie of our neighbors and our friends, and we just, it was horrible.
Everything was different. I was only in the service for 2 years. And all where I used to live, all that was gone. All was gone.